3 widows, the eldest, the mother-in-law, sending her daughters-in-law home where they will have better opportunities. Orpah, on the right, turns away in grief, but Ruth clings to Naomi, refusing to leave, the tight embrace like her promise to stay with her. William Blake, who is also known for his poems, depicts this emotional scene of grieving women trying to figure out how to go on with life after their tragic losses. Blake never wrote a poem specifically about this moment. However, he did write these lines in The Clod and the Pebble. Love seeketh not itself to please, no for itself hath any care, but for another gives its ease, and builds a heaven in hell's despair. He certainly could have had Naomi's situation in mind when he wrote those lines. Naomi is displaying the kind of selfless love by trying to do what is best for her daughters-in-law. And Ruth, in return, seems to want to help and protect Naomi. These acts of love do indeed eventually build a heaven out of hell's despair. This is the background for our contemplation today. I invite you to still yourself, find a comfortable position, relax your shoulders, your jaw, your neck. Draw in a deep, healing breath and release it.
But Naomi told each of her daughters-in-law, "Return to your mother's house. May the Most High care for you with the same kindness that you have cared for your dead and for me. May the Most High give you security and true fulfillment and lead you to new spouses." Then she kissed them both, but they wept loudly. But Ruth said to her, "Please don't ask me to leave you or turn away from your company. I swear to you, where you go, I will go. Where you lodge, I will lodge. Your people will be my people, your God, my God. Where you die, I will die there also, and I will be buried beside you. I swear, may the Holy One be my witness and judge that not even death will keep us apart."
What word or phrase stands out to you today? Hold on to that word or phrase as we look at the painting. Where do you see that word or phrase in the painting? Look again. What part of the painting draws your attention? Why do you think your attention is drawn here? Where do you see yourself or someone you know in the painting? What message does God have for you in your contemplations so far? Allow God to expand upon that message. What more does God want you to know or to do? Spend one more minute in God's presence, knowing that God says to you, "Where you go, I will go. Where you lodge, I will lodge." I invite you to finish up your prayer. There is an emotional intensity to this piece. I wonder, did it lead to an emotionally intense experience with God for you? I found myself reflecting upon grief and loss, about the things I hold on to, some that I should hold on to, and others that perhaps are best let go of. I thought about loved ones that have died, and friends that I've lost track of. There was one moment when I saw Naomi as Christ, and Ruth as Mary Magdalene holding on to him after the resurrection, and Jesus saying, "Do not hold on to me, for I have not yet ascended." I think it was Naomi's halo that led to that little reflection. And then I wondered why Naomi had a halo. I looked it up after I completed my time of contemplation. Apparently, Blake did this to show that Naomi was one of David's ancestors, and so also in the lineage of Jesus. This small detail reminds us that this is more than just a story about family loyalty. It's a story about the foundations of our spirituality. Connecting this moment to the moment of the resurrection is not out of place. But even if there were no hint of the theme of resurrection in the painting, remember that it's not about what the artist meant. It's about opening ourselves to hear what God has. So any reflection that comes to mind is worthy of consideration. We don't want to limit God. We don't want to limit God. We should be free to listen and experience whatever God has for us that day. Even if it has little to do with the painting. The painting is just a tool to encounter God. And then we draw from that experience and use it to help us live our life of faith. Please give the video a like, subscribe to find more contemplative times with art, and drop me a comment about what you would like to see in an upcoming episode. Until next week, be blessed.